Hi, I'm Keith, and this is a 2022 ProMaster City Micro-Van conversion that we just finished up recently. I'll do a quick walk around tour and then we can go on the inside. First, let me show you the outside. There are, on the roof, there are 200 watts of flexible energy solar panels, a large 20 by 20 skylight, and a vent fan. The ProMaster Cities have two sliding doors on both sides. This is the main entry in. I'll take you around back first. On the back of the van, you have the two doors that open up, and they can open up even fully this way. We include a screen set up here that goes on top and drapes the whole back of the van. So if you're at a campground or wherever you stay for the night, you can keep the whole back of the van wide open, and you could even sleep that way if you wanted to, if you felt good. This van has a diesel heater, so you can use it in cold weather. That means it needs a diesel fuel tank. So there's a magnetic panel here. The tank is designed to hinge out so you can fuel up easily without worrying about getting diesel all over yourself or inside the van. When it's done, just return it to the position and just put the magnetic panel back in place. This is the diesel heaters behind this section. We also include a back counter space. So this section pulls out, slips down here. There's two blocks that hold this in place. The drawer slides out, and now you have an outdoor bar. You close it back the same way. Hinge it back, and Velcro holds it. Remove the blocks. Slide the drawer in, and then put it back in. So stow position, and you're ready to drive. Close the doors. They just catch automatically. The back bumper has a couple things going on. There's a small gray water tank in the bumper itself that holds the water from the sink, and it can be drained from the inside. And on this side, you see the exhaust pipe for the diesel heater. Moving on to this side of the van, you have this slider door. And this allows pass-through storage into the van. Chairs can go there and other items. And there's under-seat storage everywhere. These are all cubbies here. I'll show you more on the inside. But this entire wall here lifts up and there's storage. Let me show you the inside of the van now. When you open the door, you immediately have access to lighting inside the van. There's two light switches here that are dimmable. One does the cubby lights and the other does the large bright overhead lights. You also have the skylight right there that opens up, but it gives plenty of natural light into the van. This here, before we go inside, this is your pass-through storage. It's just on a latch, magnetic catches. It brings you through. There's also under-seat storage here. There's large cavities where we keep the screens, other supplies. Underneath here, storage goes to about there on both sides. Let me go on in. So it's designed so you can see and still have some headroom. We have a creative seating system here that gives you 3 different ways to set up the seating. We have so it can be set up for 2 to sit down, set up in the travel position, this as it is now with the L-shaped bed, or it can be converted into a full-size bed. These are all cubbies, and the stowaway tables here. More storage is back here. Bungee cords to hold your storage systems, storage items in here. There's a compostable toilet under my seat. Bins, more storage completely under this bench and under the front bench as well. The Blue Eddy systems here, I'll show you how to get access to that. Basically, it's on spring catches. If you open that, you'll see that the fridge is plugged in, power, and this is the screen. And Other supplies for the Blue Eddy for the charging for shore power are located in here. These are the switches to control the sink. And this is the switch that opens up the gray water tank. More storage up here. Ventilation for the Blue Eddy. Additional storage for small items in this cubby. And this is your 110 volt power here in USB charging station. You have 3 circuits up there. This is a drawer in the kitchen that holds the cookware, the kettle, and other items. All the other cooking supplies are underneath the bench. And here's the refrigerator. It's a lock here. It's a 23 quart refrigerator, slides out. Fridge opens up and then simply closes back in there. Slough closes and close the latch. There's a small vent fan here for when you're cooking or when you want to move some air through. And when you turn this fan on and then open the skylight, you get a breeze through there, but especially when the back doors are open with the screens, it makes it extra comfortable in here. The diesel heater is under the back bench in the back, but it's routed so that the hot air flows through that vent tube there and into the van. And it's operated by this small remote here that has an on-off button and temperature settings. The kitchen counter also has a small pull-out for lightweight items as you prepare your meals, and we include an induction cooktop that sits right here and plugs into that outlet when you're ready to use it, and you can keep the window open or the skylight open for venting along with the fan. This hides away. The skylight has tensioning on both sides. You just lift it and tighten it. And it stays in the position you want. And just opening that really moves the air through the van. We have decorative side curtains on both sides that also serve as the blackout curtains. Just undo the latch, slide it over in the evening, connect it to the Velcro, and you're all set. We also have blackout panels for the back windows and a privacy curtain that snaps into the front. So when you're ready to go to bed in the evening, you have full blackout capabilities with a little red privacy light over there, or you can just use the dimmer switches on the side to get the right set of lights for you. Let me show you a couple more features in the van, how the water is stored. To get to the access to the water, just remove the cushions. There's 2 sides of it. This bench, this lifts up. The water's on quick disconnect in 2 4-gallon containers. We said it that way because 4 gallons is pretty light to handle. They just slide out, disconnect, fill them up, put them back in, and just reconnect it. But one can be used if you have an outdoor picnic table, and you could just take one out and use it on your table like that. But you have a total 8 gallons of fresh water. Put the totes back in. This side lifts up, and this holds the toilet, compostable toilet. It can be removed easily in the evening, and it fits up front in the door for the single person camping to be used at night if they need to. Or we also have a privacy tent that can be set up and you can use inside a privacy tent. This is a diesel heater underneath here. And this just goes back. This is just to protect it. And this just hinges back down, and the cushions get returned. The center cushion area is what you remove to convert this into seating for 2 people or 1 person to have dinner. The cushions just slide over and get stored in front. So a large cushion goes there. This cushion gets removed, it goes in front of it. And then you have this board that also can be removed. And underneath here, this is a slidable footrest or storage area that has a lift up top. This tote holds the cooking utensils as well as the induction cooktop and a hot plate. slides back in there. When you want to convert to a table, have a table to work or have dinner, you just remove this center storage section here. On the bungee cord, you have a removable table. Slides out, goes into position, and just locks in. Now you have a cooking, eating area, working area, and you can have someone with you on that side. Stows away just as easily, just folds up, slides back into its storage position, and when you're ready to travel, just rehook the bungee and then just put over the storage cover. Lock in place. For additional storage, you have this section here, same idea, it lifts up. You have little cubbies in here, plus a solid base. And that also just returns to its position while you're driving. To convert the seating area back into a single bed or an L shape, it's fairly easy. You just slide this over. You take a panel, return the panel to its position. Slide that cushion over, this cushion over, and this. So this makes for L-shaped seating or a single bed if you want, head up there, legs down here. If you want to convert it into a full bed in the entire area, you just do that by move the cushion for a second, slide this back up, slide this out and over, put this board here, this board here, move this cushion back in place, take your large cushion and sandwich it there. And then you have a bed that's 38 by 72 inches. And everything just takes a matter of seconds to put it back and forth. The default position is the L shape, and I'll put it back to the L shape again, show you how quickly that goes from the bed. This goes back there. This lifts up. Gets removed. This gets removed. This slides up and in. And there you have it. These boards just store here. That's all it takes, from a single bed to a double bed to L-shaped cushion. A couple final features of the van is we have a small trash can here that just goes around the back of the seat. And lastly, I'll show you the privacy curtain that you can set up in the evening. It's a custom curtain we made. It's all in snaps, and you can keep it two different ways. And this gives you complete privacy in the evening. You can tuck these in to avoid all light, or if you want to have some privacy but don't need it completely darkened, you can just remove this top part so you can still see out yourself, but no one can see you inside while you're sleeping. This was a challenging project for us, but we built this and converted this van because we wanted to do something that was small, fun, that can be used as a daily driver. It's designed primarily for a solo adventurer that's not going to probably live in the van, but they can go for short trips or extended long trips and have all the functions and efficiency of a larger van camper, and then bring it home, put it in a garage, use it as a regular car every single day. I quickly set up the screen doors in the back, and with the sunroof on and this on, the fan lets the air go through. Behind me is a privacy tent that I talked about earlier, and in the evening, if you set up in a campground, if you want, your toilet could go there. And secondly, the second 4-gallon water container that I talked about, that can be removed. That's not hooked to the sink. That can be removed, brought in here with a battery operated shower. And this is your outdoor shower area as well. And this has a little tent in here, a little pocket in here for shampoos and other things. And it's probably 6 feet tall or so, I guess, on the inside. So you get a nice little home on wheels. As I said, it's set up to last for the short trips or for extended trips. If you go out for weeks or months at a time, you're going to be all set. Or if you go away for the weekend, you're going to be all set. Thank you.